Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. I want to talk about confidence and just the reminder for me. Before I talk about confidence, I want to invite you to check out the link in the comments below to my book called You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. We all have God in us, God and Christ in us, and we all are capable of having this healing take place, but it is a choice. It really is a choice. I had been in such a dark place for so long. I finally had had enough, and I was able to come to my senses pretty much, to surrender to God and Christ. And I didn't do it in a very nice manner. It was just like, fine, show me how to do this. Like I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over, hitting my head against this brick wall. And I just truly have felt like I've been led by God and Christ to these tools and techniques, and they truly have changed my life. And I know that anybody that's willing to put in the work to lift themselves up spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, that healing will take place, can and will. So check the link to my book. And when I wrote this book, I had teens and adults in mind, everyone, because no matter where you find yourself in your mindset, whether it's poor or whether it's excellent, I really think some of the ideas that I present in this book will help everyone to some degree or another. And so it's just food for thought, and I don't have all the answers. I'm not a professional, but this is things that I have learned over the last decade that have really helped me in my healing journey, to where I have not had suicidal thoughts or depression for going on 10 years. And that, for me, is miraculous. I just thought that was the luck of the draw, and that's what I had to deal with, and that's what I had to fight in life. I'm no longer fighting those kinds of things. I fight other battles, sure. We all have hard, and we all have things coming up, but because I have the tools to help me get through each day, it just makes life so much easier. So today I wanted to talk about confidence, and I feel like I mentor people, I help people, give new ideas or help encourage people. But guess what? I am constantly reaching out to sources. There are sources everywhere, sources that are free, that we have at our fingertips everything that we need to improve our mindset, to improve our physical health, to mentally grow, to learning how to release unwanted emotions that have been with us for so long. There are tools and techniques, and there are books, a gazillion books, a ton of books that will help in the self-improvement area, right? To help grow. And so I'm constantly reaching out, and when I find of a new thing, I listen and I take some of their ideas, because yeah, it's really good. So Mel Robbins, she has a podcast that I was listening to, and it was all about confidence. And she brought up a point. She was like, confidence isn't a feeling, because there's like a lot of people like, hey, did you feel confident? Or hey, I feel confident when I'm able to do this, this, and this. And she was like, yeah, confidence isn't a feeling. And I'm like, yeah, I knew this, but I didn't put it into words. And it was put into words. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that for me makes sense, because I have lived it. So confidence is a state of being. It's action put into play. Confidence, you're not going to have, if you want to be a pianist and you want to learn how to play that piano so well, or whatever it is, learning a language, it could be, a sport that you're after, or that physical training for a triathlon, or whatever it is in your world, whatever it is you're after. We all have desires. We all wish we could be something more, something better, because we have that driven inside of us. We have that, I call it God and Christ in us, to where we can become our best if we allow ourselves. We are our own worst enemy, and we get in the way. So we're thinking, oh, I don't feel confident in doing that. I can't do that. Or, so again, confidence is not a feeling. Confidence is the state of acting or being. So Confidence is, you're not going to automatically be that perfect pianist player or whatever it is you chose to excel in or work at. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm a mom of kids that have taken piano lessons, and the first couple years is really grueling to get your child to sit at the piano and just practice. Come on, we got to practice. Like, you need to put in 20 to 30 minutes a day. And this is bare minimum, right? This is bare minimum of doing what the piano teacher asks. And so I'm like, you have got to put in 20 to 30 minutes. Well, after you get through those 2 years of practice the piano, and it's like, come on, I'm putting the timer on, go practice. It's like a fight. You feel like it's a fight all the time to get them to do something. But we as parents, we see their capabilities and we're like, oh, this will be so good for you. Like, I'm thinking of a particular child, and this child of mine has really taken off. And now this child is at the point where I necessarily don't have to ask her to practice every single day, because this child goes to the piano because this child sees the benefit of what it's doing, and they're getting so good at it that they are self-driven to just go to that piano and start playing. And it's so cool. It is so cool. So confidence is being willing to try. Confidence is getting out of that comfort zone and trying. And hey, we're going to make mistakes. We're not going to have it down perfectly the first time we try something. So confidence is willing to try, but you feel like you have that confidence once you have tried, once you have put some work into it. Just like I am confident I have the tools. I have used these tools for going on 10 years of getting out of a really poor mindset. I feel confident that I can help others, rise above wherever they feel like they are at, to help in any of those levels, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, because I wasn't at a good spot in all those areas. And now I feel like I am at a place where I'm like, you know what? And going on 10 years, yeah, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of, hey, Ho'oponopono, right? The Ho'oponopono, which I will probably bring up in a lot of my videos. Ho'oponopono is remembering to say, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. Those are things that we can learn to say, but getting confidence is something we get from doing. The practice that we put in, the work that we put in, that is how we get the confidence to move forward. And so, because God and Christ are in us, we automatically have that confidence that we don't realize that is there. But Satan, on the other hand, doesn't want us to feel confident in ourselves. He wants us to question ourselves. He wants us to think that we can't offer what it is that we would like to do for this world. And that's a complete opposite. He wants us to have a defeatist, give up attitude, be in despair. And it's like, I give up, right? I can't do anything. I'm just one little small person on this planet, and I don't make a difference. There's nothing I can do, when that's exactly where he wants us. But confidence, on the other hand, is, you know what? God and Christ are in me. And because they are, I have the power to overcome. I can overcome this hurdle. I can learn how to have a more positive mindset. I can learn to get my body into great physical health. I can connect to God. I have that capability and power. And so I can move forward in my emotional state, my emotional state of being, whatever it is that rules your day. We tend to have an emotion that can rule our day. And what is that? Is it negative? Is it positive? I mean, we do have negative thoughts coming in all the time. Everybody, I don't care how positive of a person you are, there are thousands of negative thoughts that can enter in our mind. And so what are we doing with those thoughts? Are we overcoming them with our positive affirmations, our positive thinking. So it all takes work, it all takes practice. But knowing that we are working in these areas, when we are allowing ourselves to work in these areas, we are gaining more confidence and more confidence each day. We are putting the things to practice, and then we are able to move forward in a healthy manner. So just think, you don't feel confident. Nobody feels confident. It's we have confidence through our actions, through our practice, through our everyday living. So put in the work, because yes, investing in you takes work. Investing in you takes time. But the payoff when you invest, it's like putting money in a bank. When you invest in you and save and save and save, the dividends, the return is going to be so great, right? In the end, it's going to be wonderful. That is the same thing when we choose to invest in us. We have to invest in ourselves if we want to see, and it's going to take decades, right? Decades. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be one of them older people that is dependent on a walker and a wheelchair when I'm older. I want to be able to be active. I want to be able to care for myself and do the things that I want to do. But if I'm not willing to put in the work now, I can't expect those kind of results down the road. And so it's going to take decades of work. And when you decide to embark on your healing journey, it is well worth it, right? And just know it takes time. It's not a one and done. It is building confidence isn't a one and done. It's like, oh, I'm confident in that. No, it's like we have to keep working at it, and consistent, committed, imperfect actions is what we need to remind ourselves. We're not going to be perfect at it, but just not giving up and having that defeatist attitude is very, very important. So please like and subscribe to this channel. Share it with others. It is my mission and purpose in life to help others heal spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. God bless, and until next time, bye.